In this next section in the book of Genesis, we see perhaps a happy story. Isaac's mother, Sarah, just passes away, but here he finds a wife. And Abraham, most importantly, sends his servant to help Isaac find a wife. That seems very different than how we think about it. I want to choose, right? I want to choose who I marry. And we should, and Isaac did. But remember, his dad was, number one, looking out for a godly wife. He wanted a wife amongst godly people, not among the people he lived. He lived among the Canaanites, who he knew were ungodly. And he knew that a marriage to a wife or a husband, right? I think this is a universal principle. It goes both ways. But in this case, in this story, Abraham understood that him intermarrying with the Canaanites would lead him to not only idolatry, but ungodliness. And we see this with Solomon and others. So Abraham focuses on, number one, on what's most important: godliness, that he would find a woman who would serve God with him. Secondly, the servant is looking for a woman that has a servant's heart. She gives him water. She gives her servants the camels water. And he sees that she's a good woman. She has a servant's heart. She is humble and lowly. So godly, her character. And then thirdly, Isaac sees that she's beautiful. So all of these are important, but we mustn't forget that it's not all about beauty. It's not, or for women, it's not all about a man with money. That character, the godliness, these are the big things. And so as we look at this passage, let us remember that God will lead us and guide us, often with the help of others. Our parents, our friends, those around us will help us determine and make these big decisions in life of who we marry, of where we move and what we buy, and where we, all of these things that we think is upon us to make. The proverb says, with much counsel, right? Lots of counsel brings about good decisions. This is my paraphrase. Without counsel, we make bad decisions. So let us heed counsel. Let us heed godly counsel, and let us make godly decisions and seek to whatever decision we make, that it would lead to more godliness and more fruit in our lives.